Friends, struggling with rebel staff members who is rocking the boat? Don't fire them yet. In this video, we are breaking down how great leaders handle dissent using the wild Kunal Kamra Eknath Shinde controversy as our playbook. From vandalism to viral satire, you will learn three proven strategies to turn workplace rebels into your secret weapon. Plus, you'll also discover why embracing divergent viewpoints can supercharge your company's culture, backed by Harvard and McKinsey research. Ready to lead through the chaos? Stick around. I'm your coach, Vivek Singh, and welcome to CEO Alchemy. Imagine your organization as a ship sailing through choppy waters. You are the captain, steering towards success. Most of your crew members are your followers who follow your orders, keep the decks clean, and rows in sync. But there is one sailor that's rebel. They are shouting from the crow's nest, pointing at the storm that you don't see, or worse, mocking your navigation skills in front of the crew. Annoying? Sure. Dangerous? Maybe. But what if they're right about the storm? That's where Kunal Kamra comes in. You would have seen Kamra's footage from his stand-up show Naya Bharat. In it, he took a satirical swipe at Eknath Shinde, calling him a traitor through a parody song without naming him directly, but the implication was clear. Kamra was poking at Shinde's political shift in 2022 when he split from his party and allied with a rival faction. It was a classic comedy, sharp, irreverent, and divisive. What happened next? As expected, Shiv Sena workers loyal to Shinde didn't laugh. They stormed Habitat Studio in Mumbai, where venue was vandalized. Chairs smashed, ceilings damaged, and 11 people arrested. The police filed an FIR against Kamra for defamation, and political leaders demanded apology. It was a full-blown tempest. Now let's bring this back to your world. Kamra's rebel sailor here, using humor as his loudspeaker. The Shiv Sena workers, they are the loyal crew who saw the dissent as mutiny and reacted with force. And leadership? Shinde and his allies? They are the captains who could have navigated this differently, but instead, they let the ship rock. So, how does this apply to you when you have got a rebel staff member, someone who challenges your decisions, questions your strategies, or even mocks your leadership style? Do you throw them overboard, lock them in a cell, or do you steer through the storm? Here is my take, backed by the research and a bit of common sense. Rebels can be pain, but they are often a gift if you handle them right. How are you going to handle it? Step 1. Don't crush the pawn. Rebels like rogue pawn on a chessboard don't play by the rules, but that's exactly why they are valuable. A 2018 study from Harvard Business Review found that teams with higher level of constructive dissent, where people feel safe to challenge ideas, outperform conformist team by 20% in innovation matrices. Why? Because rebel force you to think differently. In Kamra's case, his satire wasn't a jab, it was the mirror. He held it up to Shinde's leadership, reflecting a public sentiment about loyalty and betrayal. Did it sting? Absolutely. Was it crude? Perhaps. But it sparked a conversation. Imagine if Shinde's team had leaned into it, maybe with a witty response or a dialogue, instead of smashing chairs. They could have turned a PR mess into leadership win. Step 2. Channel the energy. Rebels have passion, raw, unfiltered energy. Your job as a leader isn't to snuff it out, but to redirect it. Think of it like a wildfire. Left unchecked, it burns everything down, like the Habitat Studio. But controlled, it clears dead wood and sparks new growth. Take a staff member who is openly critical in meetings. Instead of shutting him down, ask, what's your solution? Give them project to test their ideas. A 2021 study by MIT showed that companies fostering productive friction where dissent is harnessed, not silenced, see 15% higher employee engagement and faster problem solving. Kamra's rebellion could have been a chance for Shinde's team to engage critics, not alienating them. In your office, that rebel could be your next big innovator. if you don't let the wildfire rage. Now, step 3, walk the tightrope with boundaries. Here is where it gets tricky. Dissent is healthy until it's not. There's a line between constructive challenge and outright disrespect. Kamra crossed it for some when his satire veered into personal mockery. The Shiv Sena workers crossed it further with violence. As a leader, you've got to set the guardrails. Picture this. Your rebel staffer starts undermining you publicly. Think snarky emails or gossips at the water cooler. You don't fire them on the spot. You pull them aside, set clear expectations, and enforce consequences if they keep swinging off the tightrope. Research from Journal of Organizational Behavior shows that leaders who balance openness to dissent with firm boundaries retain 30% talent better than those who either clamp down or let chaos reign. Now let's zoom out. When does this matter? Because dissent isn't about managing one's loud mouth, it's about building a culture where divergent viewpoints thrive. Think of company as an ecosystem. If everyone is a yes man, it's a monoculture, predictable and prone to collapse. Rebels are biodiversity, messy, loud, and vital. Let's look at Kamra again. His video didn't just rile up Shinde's crew, it got the whole political spectrum talking. It was messy, but it was alive. That's what dissent does. It shakes things up. In your organization, a rebel might call out a flawed strategy or a toxic client deal. Stifling them risks stagnation. Embracing them drives growth. So here is the playbook. Don't crush the rebel. Listen to them. Channel their energy. Engage. Set boundaries and lead. You are not just a captain or a chess master. You are a conductor turning dissonance into a symphony. Kamra's story shows the cost of mishandling dissent, broken chairs, legal battles, and shuttered studio. But it also hints at the opportunity. Imagine a workplace where the rebel's voice isn't a threat but a signal, where you, as a leader, can turn the noise into music. A 2022 McKinsey report backs this up. Companies with diverse perspectives, especially those that tolerate dissent, are 35% more likely to outperform the competitors. That's not just feel good fluff, that's pure profit. So, next time your rebel staffer storms the deck, don't reach for the plank. Pause, listen, and lead. They might just spot the storm you have missed or hand you a joke that wins the room. That's it for today. If you like this, hit the subscribe button, share it with your network, and drop a comment. How do you handle rebels in your team? Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have fun.